Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. Each morning, we listen for stocks to be called out here in Ticker Chick, and also we want to watch these three scans for anything that's breaking out. You will see an extreme label in yellow pop up. Once we see a stock we may be interested in, we need to come over and check the current bar volume and make sure there's enough volume flow to get in and get out safely. In other words, this number needs to really be moving. This is the volume in the very last candle. Once we confirm the volume, we want to see this money flow indicator green and above the yellow line and headed up north as much as possible. At the same time, down here in Dominator Master, these are not your average volume bars. The green ones are buyers, the red part is sellers. So when this is happening here, and we also want it to be happening down here, we want these green bars above this yellow average volume line. And once all of this sets up, that's when you want to make your decision to click the mouse button or not. And if you are a new trader here, attend these live streams many times before you throw your hard earned money into it. Maybe even try it on paper, write down your entry, your exit, and your results. And if you continue to be profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but trade small share size. And if you continue to be profitable with small share size and real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. And over in your active trader, make sure that your TIF is on EXT so you don't miss a trade in this pre-market session. And thank you for joining me this morning. I'm not seeing very much moving around. We've had a couple of small spikers, but right back down to the bottom. I believe the market's going into a slight pullback for a while. I don't think the bull run is over yet, but I think we will have some pullback here the rest of the week, but we'll see how it goes. So have a little patience. Patience key is the key. We always seem to get one or two each morning. Hopefully, we'll continue that throughout this session. We have about 2.5 minutes to go. And good morning, YouTubers. You are on board this morning for that free hour. About 20 seconds to go. Be very cautious. Don't take a trade just because it looks like it's going up. Make sure the indicators are set up. That's going to be your probably your best results if you wait for the setup to happen. All right, let's see what happens here.
RDHL.
RDHL. Don't know if it's got much more left into it. It's made an attempt already over here at this level to get up there. Maybe it'll break out, maybe it
ELBM.
won't. The indicators are not lined up. We need money flow pointing north above this yellow line. BQ looking up from the bottom, currently at 363. Checking the volume. There's not enough here to trade. It's been quite slow this morning, so we have to have patience waiting on the next stock to pop up.
ELBM.
Toss did change their level too.
SOLT.
They rounded up
ETHT.
to the nearest penny.
ETHE.
They also changed the price ladder. It now shows the exact amount of shares being traded.
ETH.
ETH. Nothing there on ETH. No volume. BQ looking north here has found a few buyers. Checking the volume. It's still quite low.
ELBM.
ELBM, dollar stock, checking the volume, there is none.
ELBM.
Can someone tell Maria to try a different browser, please? Thank you, Niner.
ELBM.
ELBM looking north, but we have such low volume, it's going to be hard to get in or get out.
ELBM.
The voices coming out of this scanner up
ELBM.
here.
ELBM.
ELBM still looking north under low volume. It's picking up slightly. Maybe it'll keep going. We do have some tall bars above average volume of buyers. Money flow is pointing north, but the volume pauses. Money flow is going south now. You don't want to get into these low volume stocks. It only takes one big seller to knock all the profit out. You need some liquidity here to back up the small sellers so it don't drive the price down.
ELBM.
Pushing a little higher now. Few more profit takers. You can see how fast they knock out the profit when they sell because the volume's so low. Good trade, Jimmy.
BW. BW.
I turned up the volume on that scanner. BW pushing higher here. 536, 544, 545. This one has some buyers on board. You can see it here. And it's definitely got a lot of sellers too because they knocked it out really quick. Hope nobody got trapped in that one. Looks like a pump and dump to me. Maybe a bounce off the bottom here, maybe not. Don't think I would chance it after all of those sellers just dumped it. ELBM does not have enough volume to make a scalp trade. It's too low.
RANI.
Stone Cold, there's no different packages, just different pricing. The longer term you sign up for, you save a little bit more money. But every position, every entry price gets the same. Either you pay for 3 months, 6
RANI.
months, or 1 year. The more you pay for, the cheaper it is.
RANI.
We really need something with some volume this morning.
RANI.
There is tax on that price. That part I have no control over. NVVE, a 34-cent stock. Volume is higher, but remember, this is a very cheap stock, so they're buying more shares than normal. So this is more like maybe 50,000 instead of 500. That's how I like to look at it,
DOCN.
because everybody's probably buying 5,000, 10,000 shares. It is steady volume though, but it's a penny stock. Thank you, U4, for calling it out. I don't think I'm scanning for stocks that cheap.
DOCN. RANI. IRE.
CV, I also use buy the bid and sell the ask. It all depends on how the stock is moving.
IRE.
And when we get into a high spread, if this label turns red, I normally watch very carefully to make sure I'm going to get my money back and can cover that spread. So it has to be paying very well if I'm going to pay a higher spread than 10 cents, as an example.
BITU.
All right, if you're watching
VITX.
NVVE, put it on your computer. I'm going to move on from it.
MLTX.
MLTX, very low volume.
SOLT. BITX. BITU, BITX, ETHT, BITX, MSTX, SOLT, BITX, ETHT, BITU, BITX, BITX, SOLT, ETHE, BITU, ETHT, MSTX,
Not seeing any of these worth buying. Volume is low on most of them.
BITX, MSTU, MLTX, CAN, MLTX,
MLTX, checking the volume here. It's paused, very slow.
BITU, MLTX, MLTX, ETHT, DOCN,
Watching SMX here to see if it comes up off the bottom.
BITX, CONL, CONL, ETHE, DOCN, BITX, SBET, MSTX, ETHT, CONL, SBET,
Not seeing any big movers, just a couple of one or two purchases and then they
BITU,
pause.
SOLT, MSTU, BITX, SBET, MSTX, ETHE, SOLT, MSTX, ETHT, BITX, SOLT, DOCN, ETHE, DOCN, ETH, DOCN, SBET,
Very low volume movers this morning.
SLDP, DOCN, CONL,
You can short stocks in pre-market.
SBET, DFLI, PHIO. DOCN.
CMBM, thank you, Mr. P. Looking north, checking volume, really sluggish. Money flow indicator is pointing slightly north. We do have some more buyers coming in now. Let's see if we can get a push out of it. Need a tall bar here. We also need to break that level up there near the blue line. I'll go ahead and put a white line up there as well. We need to break above that 360 level for it to continue to go. Volume is still pausing. Not a whole bunch of buying momentum here.
MLTX.
It does this week, Pro. Been quite slow for us. We have been able to get some trades in, though. Occasionally we get the high volume trades in,
CRWG.
but very few this week. One or two a day, maybe. Yesterday we waited until the regular session started before we got some large cap runs,
SLDP.
which made up for the pre-market. Marco, we are momentum traders. I don't have time to go through the whole setup with you already this morning. I've already done that. I do it at the beginning of each session. We are currently trading and watching for volume spikes so that we can do a scalp trade. Currently trying to make a few dollars.
HIVE.
So if you join us each morning, not each morning on YouTube, I only do the stream 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting at 6 a.m. Central. If you want to catch that introduction, I'll be back live on Friday on YouTube, 6 a.m. Central. Thank you for joining us, Marco. If you want to read about me, there's a label at the top of the YouTube chat called Thinkorswim Stock Alert Scanners and Scripts. I need to change that soon. But if you click that, it'll take you over to volumespikes.com. You can find out a lot of information about what we do and about our community.
BTBT.
BTBT, let's check it out. Checking the volume of that very last candle, we have none. I do have an options instructor coming on board as soon as we can get this event calendar up. I don't know his availability yet, but he is putting together an options course.
MLTX. CONL. CONY. MLTX.
McKinney, a lot of this has to do with the budget for the government and the China agreement. It's a little bit sluggish because of that. We can get those two things behind us. I think the market
MLTX.
will rally. You got to remember too, the market's been up on the large caps for quite some time. These institutions are going to start taking profit. They're not going to just sit there and watch them rise. They will sell just like we do.
MLTX.
So yesterday, a lot of those companies took profit.
MLTX.
CMBM looking north, checking the volume of that very last candle. We do have some volume flow, not a big party going
MLTX.
on here. It is pausing slightly still. Money flow is negative on this one. You can see sellers here in these dominator bars. We need money flow to point north and above this yellow line.
CONL. MLTX. BTBT. OKLL.
Money flow
OKLL.
still negative.
CRWG. TSLT. CRWG. TSLR. OKLL. QUBT. MLTX. MSTX. BITF.
No liquidity in the market this morning. It's going to be a tough pre-market session, I believe.
OKLL.
Hopefully, we'll get one or two. The key here is patience. You can't just jump in a stock and hope it goes up. Wait for the right moves, the indicators to set up, raises our probability of making a successful trade. But I'm not seeing that happen currently.
BITF. PACB. FEMY.
Patty, I'm currently running 17 scans. There's no one scan that's going to find everything. have different strategies set up in different scans to monitor the entire market. What you see up here is minimal to what I have running.
ZOOZ.
Thank you, Patty. Glad I could help you a little bit there. I've been coding this platform for 17 years now. I know a little bit about it, what to do to it, how to make it work. And right now, we just need some volume. We need something that's really being bought up.
RVPH.
I am familiar with Trader TV. I don't watch it regularly. So, to be honest with you, I do not do predictions. I don't know what AI is going to do to the market even tomorrow, much less over the years. Nor do I care as long as my system that I've always used continues to work. That's all I really care about is this one strategy because it's been working for many years. I'm a at the moment trader. If it's not happening right now, I'm not trading it. And I don't buy and hold. BQ looking north a little bit, checking the volume, still low, but going higher. Money flow is pointing north. We have a few buyers coming in. Will they continue is the question.
VTYX.
If I'm looking for volume stalls here, we just had one. So not a great drive to push this stock up. We do have some wicks on the top. These are sellers driving the price back down. And money flow just fell out. Few more buyers trying to come in. Volume is still slow. Maybe it'll get their attention. Let's see if other buyers all of a sudden just come in and start buying it up. But the way the morning's been going, that may be a long shot.
VTYX.
Back to your question about Trader TV. I don't watch other people's trading styles. I've been trading since 1990. Have quite a bit of experience with watching for volume
APPS.
spikes. And I stick to the same strategy. If you're the guy that tries to jump from this guy to that guy to this video to that video, you're going to stay lost because you're not focusing in on one strategy and trying to perfect it. Stick with one, make it work for you, and then make it better. This is my better. All right, YouTubers, I hate to cut you off, but that free hour is up. We did not get in a successful trade for you this morning, but we usually do most of the time. I'll be back on Friday at 5:55 a.m. The market, excuse me, the market opens at 6 a.m. But thank you for joining me this morning. Hopefully Friday I'll get a trade in there for you. I know I got a couple of trades in there for you on Monday. But anyhow, if you're interested about what we do, click the label at the top of the chat, takes you over to volumespikes.com, and you can read all about me and the community. And thank you for joining me this morning. Have a very blessed day. I am out. And don't forget to hit the like button for me. Thank you very much.